You give trust in the vision that when you are investing your time right now to become more aware of yourself, of your emotional state, that this is going to benefit your life. That's the starting point. You don't do it because somebody tells you you're supposed to do it. You do it because you genuinely believe this is the way. I want to know more about myself. I want to really understand what is it that I am made out of. I want to figure out, is there something inside of myself? I tried to look away for many years, but I know it's still there and was afraid to look at it. All of these things. There's only one way to make yourself free. You need to become transparent. If there are spots inside of ourselves where there's no light yet, it can't be. It can't be. Bringing light to everything that has been in the dark. This is another area of the path, which at some point everybody will face. Even though that this is now just like a saying, but just the idea. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking, whether people are around you or you're alone, just imagine there is one who always sees what you're doing. So live your life based on that.
And that person is you.
Also,
Who else is it?
it's the elevated version of you, but it's true. It's you and you. Let me put it like this. Whatever you are thinking, saying, or doing has a consequence. This consequence that you have created or that you are intending to create, ask yourself, what is that consequence actually? Does it make your being, your interaction with people, does it make it feel more light, more pleasurable, more enjoying, more free, more nourishing? Or is the result that you are about to create going in the other direction? Meaning you are nourishing conflict, you are nourishing aggression, feeling like you are carrying the suffering of the world on your shoulder, feeling like there's a burden on you, feeling like there's a stone on your heart, feeling like you're being put under pressure. All of these expressions have something to do with density, have something to do with pressure. But then when we look at, no matter which tradition it is, Buddhism, enlightenment, freedom, liberation, elevation, no matter what it is. You see, it is just two forces in the world. One aiming for limitlessness, and the other one aiming for restricting and very clear boundaries. These are the two forces. And this is exactly now turning the view upon yourself. What are you made out of? Your patterns, the emotional states that follow you. Within a week, looking back the last week, what was the most dominating emotion you felt inside yourself? Was it one that had the character of limiting yourself in a way? Or were you in an emotional state like through the week? It was light, it was cool, liberated, free, uplifting, joyful. Which of these? So, and this simply gives you exactly from what to what do I think you need to transform yourself if you want this. If you want this. Why do I think that this is the goal?
Lightness.
Lightness. Take it simple. Just you have a goal setting. You set yourself whatever goal it is. You have your goal. So your mind is set on the goal. Normally. The 5 hindrances now simply describe there are 5 mental states that would actually make it difficult for you to still keep your goal in the mind. Whatever goal that is. The number 1 is called sensual desire. Sensual desire means you are too receptive for any type of pleasurable feeling in regards to your five senses. You're being too quickly attracted when you see something beautiful. You're too quickly attracted if you smell something tasty. You're too quickly distracted when you have physical touch. The first hindrance means you are losing the goal already, because in the moment something pleasurable is being presented to you, your mind has shifted already. That means that first mental state only means, look, be aware of what is it that you are very easily attracted to. It doesn't say it's bad, it doesn't say it's good, it just says in the context of you want to reach your goal, how to reach the goal the quickest, be focused with your energy. Meaning, be focused with the mind. Don't lose the goal from the mind. Whatever you do from the moment of waking up until the evening, whatever you do, keep the goal in the mind. This is the quickest way of making this goal become real. Number 2, simply said, you don't like discomfort. You don't like challenges. You don't like hardship. In that TEDx talk, I described it like you're walking along the path and then suddenly it starts to rain, but you don't like rain. So instead of you just follow the path, you are starting to make your mind busy about what you don't like. That means the mind starts to shift again, losing the focus of the goal. This idea, hindrance number 1, hindrance number 2, actually you can easily say it like this. This is the goal. 2 things not to do. Spend your time enjoying. Don't do this. Or spend your time rejecting that things are not the way how you imagine them to be. Both of these things. One is you follow pleasure, and the other thing you're rejecting any challenges. Both of these things is something to be aware of when it comes to stay focused along the path. Even for example, like in the book, or even now when we talk about, we have the 5 hindrances, we have the 14 virtues, we have the 8 rules, we have the 4 here and the 13 here and the 16. Okay. It's a very good guideline because it makes it easy for us humans to have something like really structured. There are 4 steps, there are 6 steps, there are 5 steps whatsoever. What I want to say is, just in this way, it's also that only discipline wouldn't be helpful if in the first place you do not possess the ability to see it, to realize it, to be aware of it. Meaning you have discipline, but you are never aware actually when is the moment actually appearing right now that this sensory desire is hitting in. You're not aware of it. So the discipline wouldn't help you if you don't have this awareness. I do think that there are different qualities of the mind that come into play for you to adjust yourself properly. You are angry. The reasons why this anger came up always different, but the anger is always the same. The anger you feel today is the same anger that you felt when you were in young ages. There might be the feeling that outside circumstances are triggering something inside of you, but what eventually comes up is what you have not been able to adjust in the proper way yet. And the same is like ill will. Ill will is a state of the mind. Doesn't matter if it's towards yourself, towards another person, towards your colleagues, it's always the same ill will. It is something inside of you, which if you don't pay attention to, is going to be a hindrance along your way of walking. Go beyond it, I think, is the more proper expression, because we don't try to get rid of all of these things. You don't want to get rid of your jealousy when it comes up. You don't want to get rid of the joy that you feel. You don't want to get rid of your feelings. You want to have a very great variety of different feelings that you can tap into. The only thing which makes the difference is if you are tapping into this world of feelings consciously, or if that world of feelings is just unconsciously imploding inside of you. This makes the difference. So to overcome it means to realize it is there. What to do? You need to find something, the state of level on which you are coordinating, which means you have to stand above you. Learn to get into a perspective where you are standing above you, which means this is not about you at the moment. This is not about you. Stand above it. You see that person at the moment has an issue. How would you, as somebody watching at you, help him? How would you coach yourself, guide yourself to the better version, to sometimes de-identify yourself with this one? If you are caught inside here, I think it becomes difficult.
Anger, jealousy, frustration, how often do you feel them, and how do you teach yourself beyond them?
If I want to, I can tap inside of it right away, and my whole day is filled with it. No matter where I watch around on the street, there's no problem at all for me to generate the feeling that ill will starts to dominate.
Really?
Yes.
At any moment, you could go there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I just ask, this feeling that you are in, does it feel good?
No.
You know, it doesn't even feel good to be in it.
Right.
So if we would say ill will, if at least it would give you something by staying inside that state of the mind, at least then I would understand. But if you watch at it, there is nothing positive, zero. There is no benefit to yourself, and there is especially no benefit to the people around you that this ill will is going to cause. What is the first thing that I do when I realize I have this feeling? First of all, I need to know from what does it come? What is it at the moment that triggers it? What is at the moment the source that is triggering it? I say it's so super helpful if you already have some type of concept, some type of teachings. They tell you already where it comes from, very simply. And this ill will, to 100%, in all its different variation that it comes in this world, mainly from three reasons. Either from greed of not getting more than you want, hate or jealousy of not getting what you want. And sometimes it's called ignorance or not knowing. Greed, hate, ignorance, and especially ill will easily falls into one of these categories, or sometimes a combination of these things. So ill will can be, why does he get it? I deserve it. Why you deserve it? Because you think about yourself, you are the more hardworking person in this room. So what is that combination? In that combination, it is like unfairness from your subjective view, jealousy, no respect towards yourself, so which then also can maybe mean a low level of self-esteem, a lack of self-confidence. It's very often like a variety of these attributes, I think. But ultimately broken down, that's it. Greed, hate, not knowing.
When you feel judged or criticized, or there's an unfairness about you personally,
They don't know better.
how do you not let it ruin your day? How do you go beyond it personally?
I breathe in deeply and I breathe out. And this sounds super ridiculous, but if you really ask me how do I cope with that situation, this is meanwhile what I do. I am very aware that I have it right now, and I combine my breath, meaning something is getting out of me, together with my deep intention and with my deep connection of the mind together with the breath. First of all, they don't know better. If they would have more information available, they would maybe see me differently. And together with that physical aspect, this is what I do. It's like a valve. Before you start imploding, before something starts to rise too much and the pressure builds up, first of all, get rid of that steam, get rid of that air out. And that's why it sounds very ridiculous sometimes to really say, just breathe out. But it's not about the breath only. It's about how serious are you living different type of teachings and methods. And if you are able to learn to combine the breath with an intention, work with intention more consciously, then I think it's very, very possible to get into an area where breath becomes everything to you.
You talked about the breathing. What is the intention that they can think of during those moments, 60 seconds, 10 minutes, however long it takes, to go beyond it? What is the intentional thought while they're in that, it's stressful, the heart is pounding, I don't like this, I want to break free of this? What can they think or say internally along with the breath to help them go beyond?
This is sometimes what people then refer to as a mantra can be helpful. Especially in such moments, you have something you always tell to yourself, continuously repeat. And now these can be different things. If you merge together the thought, they don't know better, together with the cultivation of a heart quality of compassion inside of you, then I think even this thought together with that heart quality and the breath has a very powerful impact. There are heart qualities, yes. So that means this is why it's helpful to really from time to time make clear to yourself again the greatest love you have ever felt in this lifetime. How did it feel? How does it feel? So if somebody would ask you nowadays, so when was the moment you really felt love? Well, first of all, you can't make it on the go. Second of all, even probably people nowadays are ashamed of even getting into this state of being while other people are watching around. This is why you need to do these practices alone, where nobody is watching you and where are you assured you are only with yourself. And there, what you do, you start to travel. You travel into the world of your memories and you travel into everything that you are still able to recall in your mind that has happened in the past, when somebody hugged you, your father, your mother, your grandfather, your first girlfriend, your first boyfriend, it doesn't matter. Recall the situation where you think this was the greatest feeling I have ever felt when I hear about that word love. Then at least you are recalling it and now know maybe how it feels. And after you have this feeling, now you ask yourself, if something like this is existing, and you would have the chance that the people in this world can choose in which state of being would you yourself personally would like to live, and what would you wish the others to live in? If you're intelligent, you will only come up with one answer, which is for all of them. This is the reason why out of that loving feeling arises then what we call compassion, which means I know how great this feeling is. I know in which direction I would like to guide my life to finally have this feeling more in my life. Then you see people that are obviously sad, that are obviously having issues day in, day out, and busy with their mind, and you see how they are suffering. And because you see it, and now have this direct comparison to yourself, this is why it becomes so much easier now that you are not going to act anymore out of ill will. So the ill will is only there because you are not at that level yet where you can stand above it. If you feel like moments are too overwhelming for you, number one is get out of the situation. If we get into a big argument right now and you feel like, no, this is too overwhelming, I would now really start, get out of the room, number one. So it's something very practical.
Yes.
If something is too overwhelming, then we say, get distance first of all. Get distance. You need to be able to adjust room and time.